I think dropping those key catches at the back end of the innings it certainly didn't help our cause. Bringing a new batter to the crease at that stage would have made a big difference. I think if we look at our season from a broad lens, I think our batting has let us down. There's no question, particularly our middle order hasn't fired and shown the consistency that's required to have that success on a consistent basis. Bowling has been pretty good. If you look, over the whole season, it's been, we've been good in the power play. We've generally taken wickets and put pressure on the opposition. And we've struggled to maintain that pressure in the middle phase of the game. That's where generally the game has drifted. But overall, bowling has been pretty solid. Fielding, apart from tonight, has been pretty good. But it really, if you're being really critical, I think it's our batting that's let us down, and we haven't managed to put that perfect game together. I think it's a question you need to ask him. To be honest with you, I can't speak for him to how he's feeling about the expectation. I think every player, particularly profile player, has pressure coming into the IPL. It is the biggest tournament in the world. So whether it's Rishabh Pant or anyone that's either captain or a senior player in the side that has got a decorated career to that point, they're under pressure, and that's the beauty of the IPL. It's whether you can embrace that pressure and rise, or you find it difficult to get traction. So at the end of the day, it's probably one for the individual you need to ask. Well, Rishabh was keen to bat 3 this year, so we afforded him that opportunity. First game he opened, that was purely a match-up. Akshar Patel, first game Delhi Capitals, we felt getting a left-hander early to derail their strategy around what they're looking to do in the power play, and he got out, unfortunately run out in an unfortunate fashion, so he missed that opportunity for that match-up. Nicky P came into the tournament with a sore wrist that needed some sort of management in the first week or two. And generally around the world in T20 cricket, Nicky P bats anywhere from 3 to 5, and he's been effective in all those roles. So I think for him, his season started slowly, more to do with his preparation and also the fact that he came in with a bit of a wrist injury. So we've managed that, and he's fine now. As we've seen over recent games, that he's suddenly found that flow again. Tonight, it wasn't his night, but that's the nature. When you're playing that high-risk game, you're always going to have that odd game that you miss. Well, Josh Inglis, we knew was going to be missing, but we felt, and we saw it tonight, he was too important player not to pick up in the auction regardless of his availability this year due to his wedding and what have you, from a long-term point of view. Hasaranga is more of a significant miss for us because he was a really important key to the puzzle of how we were trying to stack up as a side, having that point of difference with a mystery type spinner that's got a great international record, a lot to prove in this tournament as well, and he offers that little bit of depth and security at number 8, someone that's more than capable of playing a role there. So he was probably a bigger miss for the balance of the side. We've been sort of battling with that balance ever since, and what hasn't helped is obviously our top order and our batting hasn't fired, so we're exposed down the back end of the innings. I think after a brilliant innings from Inglis, I felt that we were probably 20 short of where we needed to be. Some poor shot selections in the middle phase of the game, which basically compromised that 20-plus runs that we should have got. The pitch played actually a lot better than both teams felt it was going to play. We thought it was probably going to be that range between 170, 180, but it played particularly well. And both teams had an individual player that had a bit of a stunning innings, which set the tempo of the game. So once we got the start we got, really we should have put 220 plus on the table, but on the board. But unfortunately, losing, I think it was 5 for 62, 63 in the middle phase of the game. That's a real blow to your ambition to really maximise your total.